we have gone to some effort to bring that book up to date. It's been 4 years. A lot has changed. I don't want to break my arm patting us on the back, Gary, and be too congratulatory here, but that book was really almost prophetic in terms of what we now see happening in the world of children, wasn't it?
Jim, it really was. As we were working on the revision of it, I think we were both struck by the fact as we reread it that the things that we pointed out 4 years ago and that we warned people about 4 years ago, unfortunately, have been all too true in recent years. And I think as we redid the book, we could see where we're going 4 more years from now if these trends stay in place. It was in many ways a prophetic book.
Why don't you start by expressing the philosophy, the ideas that you were trying to write in your half of that book, Gary, as kind of a way of bringing people up to speed who haven't read it or haven't heard us discuss it before.
Yes. Well, Jim, you and I had talked many, many hours about the concept behind the book, and I think we both felt that something unusual was happening in the country. It wasn't the typical political disagreements and so forth that you always have in a democracy over whether one program or another ought to be made into law. Rather, there was something much more basic happening. There was a drift away from reliable standards of right and wrong. Something was happening with the educational system. We saw a breakdown of the family that was unparalleled in American history. And when you looked at all these various things, it was clear that children were the ones who were going to be impacted the most by these trends. And I think we both felt that there was just this tremendous need to get to our fellow citizens about these trends and to tell them what they could do to stop them.
Abraham Lincoln said the philosophy of the classroom in one generation is the philosophy of the government in the next. And I think it was recognized, especially by those who come from the secular humanistic perspective, that if they could capture the hearts and minds of a generation of children, if they could control the textbooks and what was in them, if they could control the relationship of those children to their parents and begin to kind of seal them off, drive a wedge between generations, then it would be possible to build into those children who didn't have the roots or even the understanding to recognize what was happening to them, build in that new philosophical idea, which one generation later would rule the country. I believe there are those, I don't like conspiracy theories, but I really believe that there are those on the other side of this civil war of values who recognize very clearly that children are the prize to the winner of this battle, and they are the keys to victory. You get a hold of their minds, and you can change the country in one generation.
Jim, there is absolutely no doubt about it. I think that's why we see the whole area of education being one of the big battlegrounds in the country today. Every time in America that a parent dares go to a school board meeting and speak up, or goes to the local school and insists on talking to a teacher or to the principal and raises questions about the curriculum or about values or whatever, the other side screams bloody murder because they want the ability to mold our children's value system without any interference from parents. And I think that as you predicted in Children at Risk, when you said that the battlefield would be the schools, that's come to pass, and we haven't seen anything yet. Wait till we go through the rest of this decade and see even more of these themes come up.